Good morning. My name is Sara Falbo. I've been in the medical field for 18 years. I'm a licensed medical assistant, a licensed holistic nutritionist, and a licensed phlebotomist. I've spent the last 18 years working in urgent care, orthopedics, the emergency room, primary care, and for the last 6 years I've been a clinical coordinator for my husband, who is an MD. It's not surprising to me when I look back at my childhood that the medical field is the career I chose. I grew up on a very rural farm. We lived too far out and were way too poor to have a professional vet come out. So we did our own vet care, and that included wound care and birthing. For snake bites, we would make our own poultices, and the tried and true was always bacon grease. For some reason, it was known out here that if your dog was bit by a rattler, then you give it bacon grease and they'll make it. And so far, we have not lost a dog yet. Another time when I was 9, I found a mouse on the porch that had died. I felt so bad for it. I ran inside and grabbed a straw and gave the poor thing CPR to try to save it. It turned out that this little mouse was one that had been caught in a mouse trap from under the sink, and my dad had given it to the cat. In all honesty, that's probably when my distrust for people began. I used that story in my nurse entrance exam, and apparently my professors liked it because I'm a nursing student in Alabama now. When I finished nursing school, I plan to also finish my bachelor's in nursing, as I only have a few classes left to hem that degree up. And then the next step is nurse practitioner school. I'm lucky that where I live, there's many opportunities for NP school near me, and even the opportunity exists where I can do it all online except my clinicals. My goal is to one day open a practice of my own with my husband. Our area is very remote, and urgent care is hard to come by unless you go all the way into town. I have these dreams that I'll trade out services for eggs or chickens and the like. I'm a bigger fan of animals than people, so that might work out just fine for me. There's a lot of times when nurses are asked why they chose their field, they say things like, "Oh, I just love people," or "I love caring for people." And then you'll find the ones that say that the money's good. If you're thinking of becoming a nurse only because you think the money is good, then you're going to burn out really quick. You have to love medicine or people. And in honesty, I don't really like people that much, but I love medicine. I've always liked how the body reacts to medications, food, and exercise. I also think there's a lot more to give to healthcare besides just medicating people. I had given nursing a pause for a while so I could donate some time to figuring out exactly what I wanted to do. And I decided at the time that I would stay home with my kids and go through IVF again to have my last child. It was during this time that I had my baby at 25 weeks gestation, and we spent 82 days in the NICU. My child was just a few ounces bigger than the smallest baby to ever be born and survive. And the care we received in the NICU at Vanderbilt is why she progressed without any neurological issues. And in that NICU is where the idea cemented that I would find myself in medicine. And if anyone's ever had the NICU experience, my heart really goes out to you. It's in the NICU that medical miracles truly become reality. I was able to witness things that were awe-inspiring, as well as meet doctors, nurses, and NPs that would inspire me to go further. And even though I've painted this whole Norman Rockwell idea of what nursing is, it can also be really dangerous. According to Krasno law, the rate of violence for those employed in healthcare settings is as much as 12 times higher than the rate for those in other professions. When I was 18, I was a brand new CNA on the med-surg floor, and that was the first time that I was physically assaulted in healthcare. Unfortunately, this kind of abuse is really common, and it's only recently that it's become a felony to assault a nurse, doctor, or nursing staff. I can totally understand why a person would burn out in the medical field if they're just in it for the money. Even though it's really dangerous, nursing can be a rewarding career for someone who really loves people or someone who enjoys the medical side of it. I chose nursing because there are some people that I enjoy, but my heart is in medicine. And I'm going to further my plans to be a nurse prac because I personally feel like I'm kind of old to go back to medical school and get my MD. Either way, in the end, I'll be where I feel like I'm supposed to be, and that's in the medical field. Thank you.